outside of outside of Cav's crew, the whole Plastic Cup Boys, you like one of the only other people who he kind of gave that cosign to and kind of, just gave that look to. How did that relationship start?
Well, I earned it, first of all. I mean,
I,
I earned it where, like, just doing my thing. That's how me and Kev got the same management and we got the same PA agent.
mm-hmm.
And when I was talking about doing a special, in my mind, I wanted to be presented by somebody. It's just something about you getting that step of approval from like a king. So on my list at first was Said the Entertainer and Russell Peters. That's who I talked to it about first.
Mm-hmm.
Said was down, he was gonna do my special. I Said the Entertainer is like my big brother, man. So I reached out to him first. So when we had a meeting with my agents and manager and everybody, and I said, well, I got Said. I think I really want Said to do it. It's like, well, how about Kevin? I said, well, you think Kevin want to do my special, or whatever? Well, yeah, he has a deal with Comedy Central to produce specials, and yours could be one of them. And it was only for like 3 of them at first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I mean, let's ask him. So he asked me. Kev was like, yo, hell yeah. Yes, we got to do Rel special. Rel's a beast, this and that. Because what I did was solidify it not looking like the hookup.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Because for the minute, this just looked like he was hooking his boys up, and that's what it was. So when he brought me in to do mine, and honestly, that night was crazy. And I think I surprised everybody thought I was good as, my reps and all that stuff. But I'm like, y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know what Chicago finna do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know who I am here, but I can't wait to show you.
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of those special nights where the respect factor between me and Kev, it was like, yo, it was a respect thing, but it was also like, you could tell, like, it's like,
Yeah, like he's like,
All right.
I'm looking at you.
Okay, fam. It's like, yeah, bro.
It's
Shibbity
real.
doubles, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't playing. I'm trying to take out. It ain't about, and that's the thing. I'm gonna say this too. This is on record. If I ever become that guy, I will make sure I don't just be that guy. Like I want it to be a group of us, man. I don't want it just to be one person. You like the one person, because it caused rift between each other.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what Kev and Kat and Mike and all them, when they all had their little weird spats, and I got love for all of them, man, as big bros in the game. And I've had conversations with them, and it's only because we end up putting that crap in it. It's just not. We can't do that, because I said that before. I'm like, what's gonna happen when I become there? Y'all gonna all come after me?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't stay up there that long. That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm. It actually was one of my questions. Like, do you think that it seems like it's always one at a time. It's always like one at the top, and then another one has to come down. Now it's Cav's turn. It was Chappelle, and it was Cat.
But them dudes ain't never came down. I think it's we as black comics, as black people, always let other people do that. That's who's doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all still successfully good.
Mm-hmm.
They're all still selling out. Like Dave's still selling out Madison Square Garden. Cat still. They're all doing well. We pick and choose. I don't get. That's what I'm saying. It's a rhythm of it. It has to be the person that's on top to break it.
Right. That's true.
It really does. And once you get on top, it's like, look, y'all, look, I'm hot, but this guy right here is just as hot. You have to mention that. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't none of them. If you think about it, let's be real. On any radio interview, everybody kissing their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Have they even mentioned? They might mention people a little bit, but not for real. If you able to mention them in the same vein, like when I think about me, I'm like, man, Hannibal doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? Gerard doing this thing. Like I know Cass doing, and I'm always that's what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we become the big stars like Adam Sandler and all those dudes, where they just making movies forever and jumping at each other's movies and stuff like that. That's how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the Kings did it. When you think about Eddie Murphy, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Robert Townsend, Eddie was the big star, but all the other dudes was big too, because he didn't play them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's about to change. I already believe it. I think it's changing now because it's a new group of comics who ain't overly competing with each other. We not letting our agents and managers make us compete with each other.
Mm-hmm.
If we friends and we had brunch 7 years ago and said once we all get in, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, that's what's happening. Everybody's putting each other on each other's stuff. Like when that's why I love Gerard Carmichael so much, man. That man had a long conversation years ago about his idea of what he wanted to do for a sitcom. I said, man, if I'm available, I'll do it. And he wrote me part. Bobby is written for me.
That's dope.
That was a little, I mean, they didn't. The network was like, well, he still got to test for it. You can't just give it to him. But it was